Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rhaquetta, and if you're new, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you'll be notified for every time I do an upload. So as you can see from the title, this is a very emotional video, a very hard video, and a lot of people always ask me when I tell them that, oh, Eric dad passed away. They always ask, well, how he died, and so I'm going to finally tell this story, and hopefully I don't have to tell the story anymore. So, if you want to see this video, then please keep on watching. Okay, so this happened about 8 years ago. 8 years ago, Mother's Day weekend, Friday morning, and this morning it was like a special morning because I was getting my hair done and I was excited because I was going to a party that day. So I got my hair done at like 10 o'clock in the morning, I believe. And when I was done, it was like 12. I sent Eric a picture and I showed to my hair, and it was different because I had got a shortcut for the first time. And we was just texting back and forth. He called me a couple of times to let me know how Eric was doing because he was watching him this weekend since it was Mother's Day weekend. He was going to keep him for me. So he knew I was going out to a party and everything. So around 7 o'clock that night, we was headed back to my sister's house. Mind you, Eric stayed in South Miami and I stayed in Miami, but it's like a 45-minute drive from where I stay at to where he stayed at. So we was driving back to my sister's house. My cousin stayed in the same apartment building as my sister, so we was gonna drop her off, and my cousin was gonna get her clothes, and we was gonna head back to our house since our house was closer to the party. So on our way back to my cousin's house, now it's like 9 o'clock. I get a call. We in two different cars. I'm in the car with my cousin. My sister is in the car with my sister. I get a call on the phone with my sister, and I'm like, why she calling me? Like, she right in front of us. Like, I answered the phone. She said, Quetta, you talked to Leisha? Leisha is Eric's sister. And I was like, no. And she was like, well, she just called me and said that Eric just got shot. A lot of times, and the holes is really big. So I'm like, what? I had on speaker so my cousin heard what she said. So my cousin looking at me like, OMG. So I bust out crying and I'm shaking. And we get back. We finally make it to my sister's house. So I get in the house, I'm shaking, I'm nervous. I end up calling his sister, the other sister, Ashley. I called her. She was like, hey, yeah, he just got airlifted and we're on our way to the hospital. And we're going to trauma if you want to come, and I'll call you and let you know when he get out of surgery. And I said, okay, okay, I'll come to the hospital when he get out of surgery, and I'll just stay until they release him. And she said, okay. At that time, me and his sisters wasn't really getting along how we used to. So I really didn't want to be there in this tension already. And plus, I said I was going to stay until they release him. So I was going to see him anyway. So we ended up getting dressed, going to the club. And the club was closer to the hospital. Anyways. So I had my bag in the trunk. We get to the club, and we knew everybody at the club because we used to go to this club all the time. So when we get inside, everybody all hugging me. Was like, you okay? You okay? So I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. His sister gonna call me when he get out of surgery. So she said, okay. So I'm sitting there, I'm not really in the mood. Like, everybody drinking. They keep coming to check up on me, but I'm not really in the mood. I got the phone in my hand the whole time, so I'm texting his sister, and she not texting back. So I text the other sister, his youngest sister, Erica. I text her and I said, Erica, is everything okay? Now it's I'm saying about 10:30. Is everything okay? Cause Ashley not texting me back. She texts back like 2 minutes later and said, um, he gone. He didn't make it. So I looked at the phone and I'm trying to figure out like it's so much stuff going in my head. I'm like, he did make it. I got up and I dropped the phone and I walked out the club. As I'm walking out, my sister picked up the phone. She looking at me like, what happened? Because she was checking on me the whole time. She looking at me like, what happened? When she picked up the phone and read the text message, she came behind me and she said, you okay? You okay? Now everybody is behind me, like, falling behind me. I'm breaking down. I'm screaming. I'm crying. I'm like, this can't be true. Like, he really gone. He said he wasn't gonna never leave me. So we left the club. We headed back to our house because that's where my mom was. And I just needed like a mother's touch, you know, like, get to the house. Immediately when she see me get out the car, she hold her head down and go back in the house. My mom is a waterhead just like I am, and she can't take when her kids are hurting. So she put her head down, she go back in the house. I can tell she was crying. Everybody already heard the news, and I used to stay in the projects. So once the car pulled up, everybody came outside and they saw me, and I just was screaming and hollering, and my brother picked me up and he said, calm down, it's okay, like, calm down. I'm like, I want to go to the hospital. I want to see if I can see him. I want to go to the hospital. Like, this can't be real. I just talked to him before I got to the TJ house. Like, it can't be real. I just talked to him. He just told me he just took the baby a bath. Like, I just talked to him. So he telling me to calm down. So my cousin like, do you want to go to the hospital and see if they'll let you see him, see the body or whatever? So I'm like, yeah. We go to the hospital. I'm still crying. I'm screaming. I'm jumping. Everybody in the car trying to calm me down. Get to the hospital and we go inside trauma. And I asked the security behind the counter. I talked to her. I said, I'm here to see Eric Page. And she said, the family of Eric Page just left. I said, I am his family. I'm the mother of his child. So she said, okay, give me a second. Can you go in this room? She took us in the back room. She got on the phone. She called the nurse or the doctor and told the doctor that someone is here. They want to see Eric. The doctor came downstairs. He came in the room and he said, I'm sorry to tell you, but Eric didn't make it. And I looked at him like, what? Like, no. And he was like, I can't let you go see the body because he had a house arrest bracelet on, and now the case is in police custody. So I'm bawling, I'm crying, and my sister looking at me like she don't know what to do. Like, all us crying because all us knew him. Like, everybody is hurt, everybody is breaking down. I'm screaming, and the doctor's trying to console me. They looking at me like, oh my God, like. So we go back to the house. I go upstairs. I grab a picture that I had of him, and I'm looking at the picture. I'm pinching myself like this can't be real. This just can't be real. Like, I think I called his sister. I texted his sister and asked her where Eric at, that I'll come and get him. And she was like, no, you don't have to come tonight. Um, you can come in the morning and come and get him. So the next day, when I go pick up Eric, I found out that Eric was killed by one of his friends. They got into an argument. Eric went in the house for a few minutes. The boy still was outside on the porch. They tried to make Eric stay in the house, but he still walked outside. And I guess him and the boy exchanged words again. Eric walked off the porch. The boy pulled out the gun. Eric tried to run because he had the house arrest bracelet on. And you know, like, if you go too far, the air go off. But he couldn't make it. The boy shot him in the legs. And ended up standing over him. He was shot 9 times from the chest down. Every bullet hit a main artery. And he was gone. They said after he got shot, when everybody heard the gunshots, he actually stood up and he looked at himself and he saw the bullet holes in his chest, and the first person he asked for was our baby. He said, can you tell my baby I love him? And at the hospital, I guess on his way in the helicopter, he was still saying the same thing, like, can you tell my baby I love him? Can you tell my baby I love him? So, 8 years may seem long to other people, but to me, it seems like 8 days, 8 hours, 8 minutes. Some days Eric breaks down so bad till I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. We end up crying together. So the boy did go to trial 2 years later. Well, he ended up leaving. Let me tell you how small this world is. He ended up leaving and going to Tallahassee. So my niece, daddy stay in Tallahassee, and he told my sister, like, yeah, a dude from Miami is staying with my nephew. We didn't think like that was him because we didn't know where he was. Like, we didn't find out where he was until afterwards. So she was like, yeah, like, she told him that Eric was killed. This happened in May. I think they caught him in June or July. They caught him in Tallahassee at my niece, daddy, nephew house. And he was charged with 2nd-degree murder. He is currently facing 25 years. He took the plea deal of 25 years. And we didn't get a chance to go to trial. The evidence was there. We had witnesses that was there. But we didn't get a chance to go to trial. He ended up just taking the plea. That's the end of my story. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Thank you for all your support. And I'll see you in my next video.